Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is the Out of the Blue Tarot, and today we are going to do a pick a card reading concerning next September. So if you are new to these kinds of readings, let me explain how it goes. You have 3 piles to choose from. So pile number 1, we are going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot, and this is the back of your deck. And you have the Conch charm. Pile number 2, we will be using the Lighyt Seer's tarot, and this is the back of your deck. And you have the Flamingo charm. Pile number 3, we will be using the Wild Unknown tarot, and your charm is the elephant. So take your time, follow your intuition and pick a pile. You can look at the link down below and in the description. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Conch charm, and we're going to get right into your reading. We are going to start off by laying out some oracle cards. I've pre-picked them for you, so let's see what we have. So first of all, we have the Thief with the following light attributes. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Next, we have Illumination. Beautiful. Sorry. Next, we have the Deer. And then I chose also a couple of tea leaves for you. We have Archway with the following statement. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Beautiful energy. We also have the Bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. We also have Chair Empty. Sorry. With the following statement, someone is leaving your life. And last but not least, we have Wealth. So my dear pile number 1, for starters, let me tell you what I see. Having the Thief card and having Chair Empty and the Bat, I do suppose you are leaving some difficult situation behind that probably injured you financially. The Deer card is a very sweet card, and it brings me back to the sea conch. It's an animal that is secluded, that is protected by its own shell, and sea conches are really, really tough to break. The Archway and the Illumination card here next to the Deer give me the sensation that you will be opening up to new opportunities in your life. Opportunities that will be much better for you and that will open pathways in your life. So next September, I think you'll have some sort of realization of what really suits you and what really doesn't. And that discerning moment will be very important for you to follow your month. and to focus also on your wealth. Leaving things behind means opening up new doorways for abundance to come in. The deer is from this oracle, which is the animal spirit oracle, is an earth animal, obviously an earth sign animal, and it's very endearing. It's very, look at the colors, there's green all around, so there's abundance, there's prosperity, there's also a sort of innocence surrounding it because it has this white halo around the animal. And I do feel that this deer is your denominator card, your significator. And so, followed by illumination, I do realize that someone has stolen from you. Someone has stolen either your innocence, your peace of mind, or even some wealth. But I do realize that September is going to bring something new in your life, and that's going to be excited. You're going to be excited about it. But let's go a bit further in your reading. Let's shuffle your cards and let's see how September is going to be for you, my dear pile number one. Please, spirits and guides, allow this message to come through for pile number one for September 2024. Thank you. So, off the bat, right off the bat, you have the Ace of Swords. Thank you. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles, talking about wealth, my dear pile number one. What's next for September? Thank you. You have the Four of Cups. You have the King of Swords. Thank you. And you have the King of Pentacles. And let's rest your deck for a moment and start off with your reading. So first of all, I find it really exciting that your reading started off with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords usually mean new ideas, great strength and communication, clarity of thoughts, and like this brand new start intellectually. And it's a brand new idea that you are receiving in September. It is followed by the Ten of Pentacles, which is really an abundance card. Ten of Pentacles tell us all about wealth, family matters, wise investments. It's a very stable card and a very abundant card. So maybe this new idea or this releasing of something past is allowing you to go further into your abundance, into your wealth, into your future in September. I was just realizing, sorry for the break, I was just realizing that your Ace of Swords is right next to the Illumination card. So that really corroborates the idea that you are having a brand new idea which will be very satisfactory for you as well. It's followed by the Four Cups. Four Cups, I'm just going to show you. Sorry, I haven't been showing your cards properly. The Four Cups is a card that tells us all about reflection, awaiting manifestation, some discontentment. As you can see in this card, The man is very unhappy, looking at all the empty cups on the table, when he doesn't realize that the woman standing right behind him is carrying a full cup. So from my point of view, this is an advice for you not to rely on what you think you don't have, but to envision what will come to you, what is on its way towards you. Exactly. So then you have two kings, very powerful suits as well. First of all, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is a very powerful card, as I've told you. It is all about authority, head over heart, someone who is very decisive, who is very clear in communication, who is in mastery of its own knowledge as well. Because if you realize, the sword is laying upon a book. That means that he has grasped the knowledge, that he knows what needs to be done, that he knows what is written and should be spoken. It's a very beautiful card indeed. So it's very authoritative, very knowledgeable, very good in communication, and in a mindset of head over heart. It is followed by the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, which is also very beautiful in this deck, is all about material resources, traditional mind frame. He's like the father figure of the family. He has lots of intellectual aptitudes as well, and that goes along with the illumination card. So these two kings are very important in the mindset that you will be overcoming something that might have been stolen from you in the past. And I was just wondering, according to this narrative and from the standpoint of view that you are the deer, I was just going to inquire what was actually stolen with these people that were working against you, or these people that are really living your life. What was stolen and is going to be regained for my dear pile number one? Can I please have a card, please? Thank you. A card for pile number one. Thank you very much. We have the Fool. The Fool portrays a new beginning. And it's a happy beginning. As you see, the witch is about to fall, but she's not unhappy. She's not unaware. She's sitting on her broom, so she's not going to fall. But it's definitely a new beginning and a very happy one. She is paired with two birds, and birds are usually significators of messages arriving. So she's following new messages, and I do think that these birds represent your spirit guides, that you are being told to take a leap of faith, to jump and to embrace a new lifestyle. One more card to clarify pile number one's situation for September. Oops, that came out fast. Sorry, the card fell. I need to pick it up. All right. You have the Eight of Wands. Look how beautiful. The Eight of Wands tells us about swiftness, about movement, about action. So once again, this is backing up the Fool card in the sense that if you are being guided to take a leap of faith, then you should not wait. You should not ponder upon it. You should jump for it, and you should jump for it now. And now it's the next month. I mean, September is really right around the corner. So I think that your spirit guides are really entrusting you to lose your fear of looking at what you don't have and placing your bets on the things that are coming your way. Card, please, for pile number 1. Thank you very much. Okay. 9 of Cups. Very beautiful indeed. So the 9 of Cups tell us all about satisfaction, material delights, and dreams that come true. So whatever happened in your past that made you a bit unsatisfied, a bit unwilling to trust your own power to change your life, is about to change drastically. Particularly if you take the advice of discarding what you no longer need. If people don't serve your life, please step away, wish them well, wish them love, and move along with your life. Take the leap of faith and embrace a new stage of being. And it starts right around the corner next September. So, my dear pile number 1, this is all I have for you. I do hope you have enjoyed your reading. If you did, please share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I look forward for seeing you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Lighyt Seer's Tarot and the Flamingo Charm. So let's move on with your reading. First, I have chosen a couple of oracle cards to help us guide your reading. And today's reading, as I told you before, it's all about the month of September and what's coming into your life. So first of all, we have the victim. Oops, can you see a card? Yeah. With the following light attributes: prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And the shadow attributes: playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Right. Let's place your card here. I do hope you can see it. Next, we have love. What a beautiful card with this heart right in the center. Next, we have the beaver. And I've also chosen a couple of tea leaves, so let's go through them. You have bag with the following statements: something important such as a new job or a raise is about to come. Interesting. You have yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. You have camel with the following statements: persevere and you will overcome problems. There you go. And finally, you have success. How nice is that? Brilliant start for September. Right. So at a first glance, with the card victim, love, and the beaver, I do feel that you have been working on your personal boundaries, not to allow others to hurt your feelings or take you for granted. And I mean, the beaver is one of the animals from the Animal Spirits deck, Oracle deck, that is considered to be one of the most hardworking. He's very methodical, he's very industrious, he's an architect, to be quite honest. He builds them, so he's a very hardworking animal, and he's very family oriented as well. So it's interesting to see that with the victim card and the love card in the middle, you might have struggled in the past with some boundaries issues, telling people that they are pushing you too much, that they are demanding too much from you, that it isn't fair, or it doesn't feel fair. And I do think that it's lovely that the Flamingo came up with the love card, because both of them are pink, aren't they? So that means that you both your self-love and the love for others is becoming much more balanced in your life. Okay, looking at your tea leaves, beautiful oracle as well. With bag and success, I do think that you will be overcoming this burdenness, this inability to speak up for yourself and tell people, listen, this is just too much. This is not fair, demanding that much from me. So I'm just going to tell you straightforward, these are my boundaries. I will do this and this, but that's as far as I go. With camel and the ability to overcome problems, I do feel that this has been a long journey, because camels do cross deserts and they're endless, particularly when you are desperate to arrive at a place where you have water available. It seems endless, it seems eternal, infinite. And to be able to have the camel in your reading just tells me that you are being successful, not only in taking your own place in the world and telling people, listen, this is enough, I want to do more than this, these are my boundaries, but also that you are becoming stronger in your self-love, in the love for yourself and for your own person and soul, which is very beautiful. Taking care of others is very important, but it's also very important to take care of ourselves. Because if we are the first aid to our own lives, if we don't mind our own path, others will go through it and step over us. So it's very important to leave our boundaries very clear, so that we don't get hurt and we don't hurt others as well. And particularly, we don't hurt ourselves. Beautiful reading so far. Let's go over to your tarot. Here it is. I've pre-shuffled it, but I'm just going to give it another flip. So for my beautiful pile number 2, please Spirit Guides can come forward and allow me to give this message. Thank you very much. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So let's start. We start off with the 9 of Swords. Can you see your card? Okay. The 9 of Swords is it's all about negative thinking. It's about accepting loss within a grieving process. It's about anxiety. It's about losing sleep over something that we cannot go through yet. And it falls just right on the victim, which is no coincidence whatsoever. So this lack of boundaries has really brought you to tears, and it has really made you doubt yourself, as far as I'm seeing. But let's move on with the reading before I take my final conclusion. Oh, beautiful. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a learning card. He is the apprentice. He is hardworking. He has love for learning. And look, this Page of Pentacles particularly I find very beautiful because it's just standing on one foot. He's like balancing his own body. And there are two circles. The one where he stands and the one he holds close to his heart. So again, this message of holding things against our heart means that we cherish the love, we nurture the love within us. And this is a lesson that you are going to develop in September, because the Page of Pentacles, it's all about learning. That's very endearing. Next we have the Page of Swords. Whoa, brand new beginnings all around. Page of Swords is like an astonishing brand new message coming towards you. Look at how many birds are surrounding the picture and how many new ideas. Look at the light bulbs. Ideas are coming, messages are coming, news is coming. So it's all about being a quick thinker, being a keen observer, and starting to figure things out from a brand new perspective, from a brand new standpoint of view. Look, he's balancing himself. Also the question of balance in this card, in this particular card, both pages are balancing, one on one foot and the other in the wire, on the wire, sorry. So brand new beginnings for you, new ways of thinking about the world, of thinking about your own heart, of thinking about your own necessities. Beautiful reading so far. I'm very excited for you. Whoa, the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful cards also. The Nine of Pentacles is also is all about material security. It's all about fruition and abundance. It's like collecting your financial rewards, collecting the fruits and the seeds that you have sown. Your hard work is paying back. So you've done a lot of work on yourself, concerning others, concerning your boundaries, and now you're collecting the fruit of your labor, which is very beautiful. And last but not least, we have the Justice cards. How beautiful. Look at the way the girl is looking to her reflection. And this card particularly tells me that you were once like this, missing the girl that was smiling, the part of you that was happier, that saw things clearer, brighter, merrier. But now this is how you're looking upon yourself. Your light attribute is coming up, and you are relinquishing that Nine of Swords that was consuming you with anxiety, with fears, with some frustrations as well, with the yoke here. You were feeling defeated, you were feeling exhausted, you were perhaps allowing people to take the best of you, to demand more of you than you should really give. Because it's your boundaries, right? Nobody else is allowed to tell you what your boundaries are. First and foremost, you set the boundaries. If others choose not to respect them, then send them off with good luck and good riddance. Okay, let's just clarify what is this success going to be all about in next September for my dear pile number 2. So what is this success going to be about? Oh my God, so many cups. Okay. This one as well. So let's see. So first of all, you have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is all about resilience, determination, resourcefulness. Look at the way she's holding the staff, just lighting the sky up ahead. She's standing tall in her own place. So again, this question, this issue of boundaries, like you're setting your boundaries extremely clear. These are my boundaries. Do not cross them. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Then you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is all about creation, all about inspiration, all about passion. The self-discovery of your own love for yourself is sparking an inner flame in you. You are starting to believe that you are worth it, that you are embracing your inner flame and making it glow. It's time to step away from everybody else's light and to step into your own light, into your own flame. Look at the third eye flaming up. Such a beautiful card. Next we have the Sun. What an auspicious card in this reading. Look how beautiful the colors are. And look how the light reflects upon the entire picture. So the Sun is also about vitality, success, being in your best place at the best time. So I think that September is going to be a real good month for you, my dear pile number 2. You are going to shine your light, definitely. Oh, so beautiful. Last but not least, we have the Queen of Cups. Just look at that. How amazing. So the Queen of Cups is also about compassion, emotional intelligence, being connected with spirit, being connected with your intuition. Realize that her body is almost halfway in the water, inside the water. So she's really connected with the element of intuition, of emotion, of feeling. And look at her hands, just like praising what comes from above and giving thanks for everything she has cultivated in her life. It's a very thankful card as well, gratitude. But it's also a deep emotional growth. So my dear pile number 1, summing things up, I think that September will be definitely a month in which you are going to step into your own light and saying enough is enough. This is my place. These are my boundaries. And allow me to shine because I am totally worth it. My dear pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please send a comment, share, subscribe, send a like if you wish. And thank you very much for your time and patience. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Elephant Charm. So I'm going to place your charm here, And before we start with the tarot, I did pick up some oracle cards for you. Today we'll be using 4 sets of different oracles. If you want, I can reference them for you later on. So let's get started. Your first card is the Storyteller with the following light attributes: ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Shadow attributes: making up tales to harm others. Okay. Next, you have confidence. Beautiful smile. Next, you have the mouse. Very nice. Then your tea leaves are the rooster with the following statement: an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. You have the diamond with the following statement: you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. Very nice. You have angel with the following statement: spiritual guidance, protection from harm. And you have marriage. Look. So beautiful. So let's think about what the cards are showing us. So to start off with the Storyteller, and that brings me right up to your little charm, the elephant. Elephants are animals that have a deep memory. These are the animals that return back to the place that they were born in order to die. No matter how far away they are, they do take this journey and they die where they are born. Storytellers are a memory or reveal the memory of generations past in order to guide generations to come. A good storyteller allows generations to pass on their knowledge, remember legends, remember fairy tales, all of these stories that have gone through time and survived as archetypes for us in our upbringing, in our day-to-day life, in the way we see others, in the way we see ourselves as well, right? And you are a very confident storyteller. So, considering the shadow attribute here, I would be careful not to become oversharing in certain things. But considering the light attribute, to be a confident storyteller is to be an enchanter as well. A good storyteller can enchant a whole living room of people. Storytellers are beautiful at speaking to people. They surround you and they involve you in their narratives. They become a part of your imagination as well. So the mouse is a very beautiful animal in this animal spirit deck. He is very small indeed. His heart runs really, really fast. So mice do have a very fast heartbeat, but they're very diligent as well. They're very quick. They speed things up. They run pretty fast. if they do lose a tail, they grow one back like lizards, right? And so they are very resourceful also at the same time. And mice have a very particular squeak to them, don't they? They squeak, and although they are very little, everybody listens to a mouse squeak. And that brings me back to the storyteller. So look at the card. It's so vibrant. It has so many colors, so many stars around, so many lights around the mouse. Can you see? So it remembers me also of stage lights. So you're in the spotlight. Mice can take the spotlight really quickly. If you consider someone in a house hearing a mouse, well, it takes the front stage immediately. Everything stops around the house until the mouse is found. But anyway, they do have a tendency of ruling the moment, right? So if they squeak, everything stops and everybody tries to find the mouse. So in that sense, I think you could be a bit of a wild card as well. You may act around others in a very surprising way, ways that people weren't counting on, and that thing is that particular feature I think is very endearing as well for your friends and family, because there's no way of knowing where you're going to come out of a hole. And that surprising fact, that surprise moment is what makes you shine in a sense. And apart from that, you are a very confident mouse as well. So you're not afraid of the cat lurking around the corner. You just go for it. You go for the cheese. You run for the cheese. And with good reasons to do it, since we have the angel card. And the angel card represents spiritual guidance. That means that you are not taking this journey alone. Your soul is very protected. And even though there are some boastful people that might surround you, with the rooster here, that is only telling me that you should be aware that some people may have a tendency to like brag over themselves in order to make you inferior. But don't forget that even the mouse is a very little animal. The elephant is huge. So you have diamond as well. You may be receiving or giving a precious gift. And I do think or suspect, but we shall go further into the tarot, that it has something to do with love. But let's see further ahead. Okay, let's get some message from the tarot, please, spirit guides. Thank you so much. So first card to come out is the Father of Cups, the beautiful black swan. Spirit guides, thank you for blessing me and allowing me to give this message to my beautiful pile of 3. One more card, please. Thank you very much. So you have the 5 of Wands. You have the 6 of Cups, talking about the past. Here it comes. Okay. And my spirits. Thank you. You have the Daughter of Swords. And you have, 2 more. Okay, let's make some room. If 2 came out, 2 must be included. You have the 3 of Pentacles. And last but not least, you have the Mother of Pentacles. Beautiful imagery. The well-known tarot deck is really, really beautiful. I really love it. So, let me just put your cards aside and let us start off with your reading. Right. So, let's start off with the Father of Cups, which is actually the King of Cups. So the King of Cups represents a family-oriented person, someone who is very fair, someone who is very sincere, someone who is very amiable in terms of professions. It's a very amicable person, family-oriented. That reminds me here of the mouse. Look at this beautiful contrast between the shadow and the light. The mouse here is portrayed in white, and the swan over there is portrayed in black. Do not forget, though, that colors are very important in both these decks, and Father of Cups has a red beak, and red obviously is the color of love. And so the King of Cups is someone who is very in touch with their own emotions, someone who is not afraid to express their emotions, and someone who is very talented in bringing out the best in others as well. In that sense, even though the Queen of Cups is a bit more nurturing, the King of Cups, in this case the Father of Cups, is also a very nurturing card, sorry. So followed by the Five of Swords. No, sorry, Five of Wands. So Five of Wands, it's about competition. It's about diversity. And it's about disagreement as well. So I do think that in some ways you might disagree with other people's point of view. Let me give you a practical example, because sometimes it's difficult for me to find the right words. Imagine that you are in a conversation with someone, the conversation suddenly sparks into a bit of a fight, and this retaliation of arguments is something that fires you up. So the argumentation is something that makes you awaken. And having the Father of Cups here, I don't think this September will be marked by huge fights. Rather than huge fights, you'll be having fiery discussions about something. You'll be trying to grasp different points of view and corroborating your own, if I do make myself clear, in the sense that arguments will be intellectually stimulant for you. Because it's paired with the Father of Cups, I do not think that they are going to be huge fights. No, actually not. It's followed by the Six of Cups. And Six of Cups, I do want to show you once again. So you do have the tree and you have the roots. And if I flip the card around, you see that the roots form the most beautiful, colorful tree. These roots bring me back to the storyteller and to the elephant. It's as if your memory could eventually bring up from the past traditions from your family, family stories, family traditions, things that will allow people to bond over. Six of Cups is also about nostalgia, and also about gift giving. It's really connected with gift giving, because in some decks, the Six of Cups shows someone giving other people something, like offering something. It's either a piece of bread or money, or, well, it depends on the deck actually. But in this case, it really pairs up with the diamond tea leaf. So it's very interesting, and you should pay attention to this gift that it's coming towards you. It might not even be a material gift. It might be a spiritual gift, or it might be an emotional gift, because your reading is very focused on emotion as well, and bringing out the past and telling the stories, the family tradition, in order to pass on to the next generations. And do not forget also that mice have huge litters. They have lots of babies at once. So I do think that you're a very family-oriented person, and that I do suspect that you might have either a very big biological family or a very big soul family, and that you might be carrying on a tradition for your sake and for the sake of others as well, which is very beautiful actually. It's very beautiful indeed. So, sorry, I sometimes drift away. Don't mind me. We have the Daughter of Swords, and in this case, in this deck, the Daughter of Swords is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. So, as I've told you before, Page of Swords are, well, I didn't tell you actually. I told by one, so sorry, my dear part 3. The Page of Swords is all about quick thinking, astonishing news arriving. Is a keen observer. You have the white owl. Sorry. You have the white owl. And look, owls eat mice. Look at the sky on both decks. This is the Oracle, this is the Tarot deck. But of course that your intellect is not about to eat you for dinner, but it's so related in the sense that one is the other's predator, and the sky in both cards are so similar. But obviously owls are more representative of the intellectual side of you. So the mouse might be the emotional side of you. In that sense, you might be someone's prey. Not regularly, but you might have been someone's prey. But in terms of intellect, being a storyteller, being confident, you are a quick thinker. You assimilate information very quickly. And remember what I've told you here with the Five of Wands. You like to argue with people in the sense that you like to show your own arguments, your pros and cons within a certain situation. And I do think that you are a very good speaker, by the way. Okay. Carrying on, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles represents skilled labor. It represents collaboration. It represents maturity, experience. Look, you have the mountain here. You are achieving something, a high goal, I must say. And there's collaboration with you. You have a perfect balance here between the pentacles. And you're reaching heights with this collaboration. It's a very beautiful card indeed. So you might be telling stories with someone. Who knows? Would be an interesting perspective though. Would be. Okay. Last but not least, we have the Mother of Pentacles, which is actually the Queen of Pentacles. Can you see a card? Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles is all about industry. It's all about material abundance. She is the nurturing queen. She is the abundance queen. Look at how she's embracing her foal here. Sleeping. And she's taking care of him. It's a very endearing posture. So she is the ever watchful, the ever nurturing, the person that you rely on to have your life settled, to have your home settled, to have your family oriented. And so it's really a very nurturing and caring energy, actually. So for September, I think that you will become a bit more aware that you shouldn't mind other people's feelings when it comes to rebuking arguments, when it comes to exposing your brand new ideas, your quickness of thought. Bear in mind that maybe other people aren't as confident as you, aren't as bright as you, aren't as industrious as you. Instead of pushing an argument, please rely on your past stories to build up new bridges for the future. Only working with others will you reach the height, right? And remember, that might be the gift that you are giving others. Right. That card is still left unspoken about this marriage, even though marriage might signify, in this case, collaborative work, because it is a marriage of energies between people working together. So this marriage might have to do with some of this collaborative work that you'll be developing in September. And this gift, but do be aware while choosing the people that you work with, because you will want to hear about an arrogant and boastful person. So don't let your fiery reactions take you over and then go picking any fights with people that just really aren't worth it, okay? Let's get a couple more cards to find out what this marriage is going to be about in September. What is this marriage? Sorry. Spirits, please, can you clarify this magic? Oh. Okay, so we were left with 3 cards. So first of all, you have the Hierophant. Really interesting. Ooh, you have the Judgment card. And the Ace of Wands. Very interesting cards, because I was actually inquiring about the marriage cards and it came out as magic. So I was verbalizing it, even though I was thinking about marriage. I verbalized it as magic. But anyway, the Hierophant is really outspoken here. The Hierophant is a card of commitment, of authority, of tradition, of instruction. In certain cases, it is a card that represents marriage, a legal contract between 2 people. Very interesting. Then you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card in this case is represented by this beautiful white dove. Kind of reminds me of the Holy Spirit depiction, doesn't it? But let's go. Sorry, I drifted away again. So the Judgment, that's where we were. Judgment represents an awakening, heeding a call, having a new phase in your life, shedding light over subjects that or things that were unclear to you, that were maybe unsolved in you. This Judgment card particularly speaks to me about elevation, because, let me show you again, the birds are all going up into the sky. Can you see? Sorry, my hand is in front. So it's about elevation, about an awakening. It's about realizing something new. Maybe you aren't aware that you will fall in love. Or maybe this love is coming towards you and will awaken you to this side of you that has to be mindful of others' feelings, that has to be mindful of her family matters, that sets boundaries towards people that are boastful or harmful. Interesting. I'm sorry, I told you this is the Sun of Wands. The Sun is the Knight in this deck. I think I told you Ace, so I do apologize. So the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about job change, passion, taking vacation, taking a trip, traveling. I do think that love might come your way next September. But please do take time with a grain of salt when it comes to tarot, because even though this is a September reading, you might be ending up in a year's time reviewing this reading and realizing, my dear pal number 3, that this was about 2025. I did focus on next September though, I must tell you. So I think that something is coming up your way, definitely. So, my dear pal number 3, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please share, like, comment. And I do hope I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for your time and energy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.